Fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. And that one into the end zone for an opening touchback. Two and now on first down. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
2 and now on first down. Forced out to his left. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Noah Igbenogany. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
First and 10.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
The ball carrier.
Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down at the...
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And on the slant, able to find Ayuk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
The 14-yard line.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. These 2 teams all tied after 1. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the 2. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They run with Breida. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
He was brought down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run with a former Bear and Eagle. It's Jordan Howard. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
In on the tackle.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
The ball carrier
calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
49-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 yards. 1st down, Niners.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
21.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Garoppolo again. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down at 7.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And Bears will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Here's Tevin Coleman, now in his 2nd year with the Niners.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
That's good.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover it.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 21. 52.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's another 49er first down. 1st down and goal to go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Garoppolo on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Close pass intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Jerome Baker, the Dolphins' leading tackler a season ago, tallies another one.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
At the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
65. And 96 is coming. We don't like 96.
Garoppolo. Flush to his right. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Like 80. Go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get hot.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Check that. One Mike 52 right here.
Garoppolo looks to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It's now 3rd.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
And out. It's 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. I got you, son. I got you. Cut. Mark 55. Here we go, D. Get up.
To throw is Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the 1st down. Here's Mostert. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
4-yard loss.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
8-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Watch the screen. Hut. Watch the screen. Hey, check right.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Kyle Van Noy on the tackle. A gain of 1 yard.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Garoppolo. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
Incomplete.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Dolphins.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, You go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
Jason Sanders for the extra.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 27-yard line.
Eight yards to go on second down.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check, 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 check. Lock, lock, lock. And let's get this.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. First, tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
He's across midfield to the
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
and 5.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Mark that.
Garoppolo now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll make it second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 20. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collected, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Breida, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from Breida, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 7 yards the pickup. 1st down, Miami.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49ers' 26-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running out of the gun here, Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 21. Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? The answer's pretty evident to me.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Niners, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the L.A. Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us.